I'm going to show you what a good trade is and what a bad trade is. Just because you make money on a trade does not mean that it was a good trade, and just because you lose money on the trade does not mean that it was a bad trade. So let me tell you what I'm talking about, and let's jump right into it. So this was this morning, and I look for supply demand setups with a gap or order block and imbalance. They're the same thing, just different terminology. After this push up happened, I went ahead and drew my supply and demand area with my gap. And then I'm just waiting for price to come back down, touch, and react off this area, reject it, so I can enter on the way up. That's what I'm looking for. So, okay, candle touched it, boom. Candle went through my area. That means that my area becomes invalid. So, as well as the second candle, that means that my area becomes invalid. Now, if I would have taken a trade right here, and pretended that it didn't break through my zone and still placed the trade and went for a 1 to 2, I would have made money, right? Now, you would have made money in this trade, but it would not have been a good trade. Why? Because you would have entered the trade while your rules have been broken. If you break your rules and you make money on that trade, that was a bad trade. If you lose a trade, but you followed your rules, that was a good trade. And obviously, if you follow your rules and you make money, obviously that was a good trade too. But just because you make money or just because you lose money does not mean that that trade was a good trade at all. It could be a bad trade, depending if you broke your rules or not. If you follow your rules, the trade, regardless of the outcome, is a good trade. If you don't follow your rules, regardless of the outcome, it is a bad trade. And that's the difference between a good trade and a bad trade.